Hi, welcome and welcome back. Welcome to Seek to See podcast. I'm Shonda. How y'all doing? So today is February, no, Thursday, February 6th, 2025. It is 8:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. Here in Southern Georgia, it is about hold on, y'all. It's about 54 degrees right now. Not too bad. I mean, it is still a little chilly though, but not too bad for February. Like beginning of February. Not too bad. So I haven't been able to do the podcast in the morning because I've been so busy in the morning. Okay, y'all. But we're gonna jump straight on into it. I hope you all are doing well. I got a lot to talk about. Okay. Now, look, I need y'all to go ahead, chime in, throw in your opinions, tell me what y'all think. What say you? Don't be afraid. Don't feel no type of way. If it's a nay, it's a nay. It's a yay, it's a yay. Hey, look, I love all opinions because why? That's what makes this channel unique because we have a whole bunch of different opinions on everything, okay? And because that's like I said before, what I can't say over the tarot table, I can say it here. Okay. So, yeah, this is a different environment. So, yeah. So let's just jump straight on into it. Today was a funny day. Of course, I was able to get all of my little videos done today, which was really, really good. I was really happy about that, especially before the kids got home. And I got a little bit of grocery shopping done. So kudos to me. Okay. And then, you know what? For like the last couple days, though, it's like the neighbors want to send their little kids over here. Now, wait a minute, y'all. Now my house is kid friendly. Okay, my house is very, very kid friendly because I have my 12-year-old son, of course, and I have my granddaughter. She is 7. Okay, so of course my house is very, very kid friendly. And like right now, I'm sitting in my guest bedroom right now because can you know solitude nowhere. I could have went into my bedroom, but I like my bedroom to be really, really private. But so I don't have no solitude nowhere else. So I got to come to the guest bedroom to do the podcast because the kids are here. But the why is everybody want to send the little neighborhood kids to my house? Because let me tell you though. So like, I love the little neighborhood kids. I love them. I love the neighborhood. I love them kids. I do. But they works manure. And what's crazy though, y'all, is that okay, like, my neighbors, like I got one neighbor, her son comes over all the time. He and his mom and I, we're okay, we're cool, we're good. But like, it's other neighborhood kids where their parents are like, because they know I read tarot, so they're like, oh my god. And this is a one of my neighbors is black. I'm not gonna say the gender, but one is black and one is white. And they're like, oh my god, we don't believe in that. Trying to call themselves trying to judge somebody. I'm like, oh, okay, well, whenever you want to read, let me know. you know. But here's the thing, though, y'all. They don't mind sending their dang kids over here. They love sending their children over to my home. They love it. I'm like, every time my doorbell rings and I get on my phone and I look at the doorbell cam, I'm like, whose child is this? at my door. And they're like, oh, okay, such and such come out. I'm like, yeah, they come out. And, you know, typically the boys will go outside and play because they don't want to be in the house. But it's the little girls that, like, and it's their moms that be, the moms are the ones who's judgmental. And I'm not the type of person, whereas I don't really hang out like that. I don't hang out with men. I don't hang out with nobody because I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, y'all so judgmental, but you steady sending your children over here to my home. I don't get it. But again, like I said before, my home is very, very kid friendly. I don't play no crazy videos and cursing and talking crazy. I always have snacks. I always have, good food to eat and snacks and juice. And, my house is just really kid friendly. So, and I guess that's what it is. My house is really kid friendly, and I don't put up with no BS. And I'm always home. When the kids are here, I'm always here to look after them. I'm never somewhere, where I can't see them. So, but I just find it funny how parents are so judgmental, but they don't mind pushing the kids off over here. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Um, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the neighborhood kids are not too bad. They're not really, really bad kids or nothing like that. But I mean, again, like I said before, it's it's crazy how people are so judgmental nowadays. But when it comes to their kids, they're loosey goosey with their kids. Very loosey goosey. Now, I remember when I first moved into this neighborhood. Now, here in southern Georgia, people would think that the demographics is, like, oh, it's white or whatever. No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The black folks down here in southern Georgia, down here in Savannah, they got money. Oh, they got money. And these black folks down here will spend their money on what they want. Make no mistake about it. They got money, but you can't tell. But they got money. Trust that. Because I remember, now they will stereotype though. Now I will say this, that a lot of people here in Georgia will stereotype though. People in Georgia will stereotype. I will say that because I know, because like I said, I'm from Ohio. I'm not from here. And when I did move here and I did buy my home here, and it was being built, no one knew who the owner was. Of course, I would come and look at the building process, like any homeowner would. They would look at the building process, but they would watch the building process, that's what I would say. But no one really knew who I was. So when I moved in, it was like a buzz because my neighbor down the street that hangs out with my son, her family's, they're black, and she said, we didn't know who you were for a long time, and she said we were wondering who you were, and we thought it was gonna be a whole family living here. But I mean, of course, you have kids or whatever. But we thought it was gonna be like a husband, wife, kids, the typical family. But we didn't know. She said we thought it was gonna be like a white family. but we didn't know it was going to be a dark chocolate sister. I'm doing something, Hazel. I'm video. No. Uh, she said, she said, we didn't know it was going to be a dark chocolate sister, dark chocolate single sister. So she said it was like a buzz around the neighborhood to try and find out who you were. We couldn't for the life of us figure it out. And then she said, I just said, forget it. I'm gonna come down here and introduce myself. So when she did, it shocked her because first of all, she was really happy because her son had more black kids to play with, and then number two, it shocked her because it was just like, oh, another dark chocolate black woman is here in this neighborhood and she owns this house. What a surprise. And it was so crazy because I even had my other neighbors come over, like, hey, how you doing? We just want to know who you were. And I even had one neighbor, he was nosy as hell. And he was just like, he came over. First it was him, then it was his wife. But his wife asked more questions. And she was just like, hey, she came over, she rang the doorbell. She was like, hey, I know my husband's over here to introduce himself. And I want to introduce myself. And I just, we never knew who you were or anything like that. We just wanted to, and are you married by any chance? I'm like, by any chance I'm not. I'm not, no. And she's like, oh my gosh. And she goes, well, do you have a fiance by any chance? I'm like, I don't. Oh, I don't. She's like, and she's just like, well, how can you? She's like, I don't mean to be so forward. How can you live alone all by yourself and you're in this house are you renting? I mean, she just went in asking all kind of questions. I'm like, ma'am, look, I think you're being a little bit too nosy at this point. And I said, for your information, no, I'm not renting. This is my house, okay? And no, I'm not married. No, I don't have a fiance. And no, I'm just fine. And I do have family here that live with me for a little bit. Anything else? Oh my God, no, I didn't. I hope I did not offend you. We were just so curious. I said, no, what you're curious about is why is it a black woman in this neighborhood that owns a home at this price by herself? And she doesn't have a husband or a fiance. And you want to know how she can afford to live here in this neighborhood. That's what you want to know. Just say it. Just say it. She's like, oh my God, yes, I did want to ask that, but I just didn't want to be. I said, well, let me go ahead and tell you. It's none of your damn business. And she's just like, oh my God, you have the right to say that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean anything by asking, And the thing is that it's so crazy because as women, first as women, and second as black women, but in my case, because first of all, people, the first thing you see me, when you see me, you see this when you see me. And second of all, you see me as a woman. And so when you see a black woman in this neighborhood in Savannah and in a home, you know, where it's mostly two parent family home, or it should be two parents, but it's me. That is not typical. That's out of the norm. And it was very unusual. And a lot of my neighbors had to get used to it. They had to get used to it. They really had to get used to it because it was just like, this is like an anomaly. So I say all that to say this, our country is changing, and women, we're now doing more. We're achieving more. We're gaining more. We're able to do more. We have more. And so I find it funny how we are still judged almost sometimes as second class, and especially as a black woman, almost as second class. Yeah, almost as second class sometimes when we have the things that we have, and we work hard for them. It's not like we worked hard for them. Most time we've worked hard for it, for everything that we have. And so, and also it's like, it's the stereotype that we have to be married in order to have something. You have to be married. You have to be in a union. And it's like, no, you don't have to be. You can be by yourself and have the things that you want and be okay. It's a lot of jealousy around it though, too. And I find not so much from women, but it's a lot of jealousy from men. Men. A lot of jealousy from men. Because men feel as though that they are beneath when a woman has more than him or them. They feel beneath. And even though you haven't made them to feel that way, they feel that way regardless. So I don't get much hate from women. I mean, I do, but I get more of it from men. More from men. And that leads me into my next topic, is dating. I got out of dating for a while because I started to realize that the men that I was attracting were jealous of me. The men that were moving towards me, they were jealous of me. That thoroughly jealous of me. And so, I mean, and even though they would come in with good intentions, right? They would come in with good intentions, I feel like, but then once they figured out and once they realized, okay, there's nothing much that I can, or put it this way, I don't have any bargaining chips over her. I can't control Shonda. I have no bargaining chips. I can't control her with money. I can't control her with things. I can't control her with anything because she has everything on her own. So they became jealous over time. And not that I made them feel that way, but it was because they felt inferior because of the materialistic things that I had. So I stepped away from the dating pool. I stepped away from dating for a while just to focus um my on the things that I wanted to do to, you know, on my YouTube channel, and now focus on this YouTube channel as well. So I stepped away from dating for a little bit, which was really good. It was really one of the best things that I ever did because it allowed me to do a lot of shadow work on myself. It allowed me to start to really take care of myself intentionally. And I think as women, we don't do that enough. We don't take care of ourselves intentionally. Intentionally. I learned a lot of things about dating that I didn't know before. Let me tell you something, ladies. We we've never been taught how to date. We've never taught how to date, how to date properly. And me stepping back from dating allowed me to work on my shadow side and to work on learning how to properly date and learning how to um, pretty much have a refresher on what I did and did not want. So now I think I'm ready to get back out there. This time I'm gonna have fun. I'm not really looking for anything. Um, I'm not trying to get into anything that's a permanent relationship. Or I would say I'm not trying to do that. Um, I'm just looking to have fun, have a good time. And if love finds me, I'm open to it. If it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with it all. I'm just gonna have fun, have a good time, and whatever happens, happens. But I know spirit. I understand how spirit will have everything to work. But I know this time what to look for. What to look for. What to look for. And the first, you know what, ladies, we got to start asking the right questions too. And this is one of the first couple things I was thinking in my head too, is we have to start asking the right questions, okay? And I think we need to teach our daughters this too. Teach our daughters this stuff so they don't get trapped in some of the things that we got trapped in. And I think that the top questions that we need to be asking these men, and we need to make our daughters ask these men, is instead of asking them, oh, what's your favorite color, what you like to eat, where you like to go, and all that. I mean, I don't want to hear all that. I think I said that over the tarot table. I'm not, even at my age of 49, I'm not even trying to hear that myself. Mm-mm. I think one of the first questions I'm going to ask is, does your family have a history of mental illness? Does your family have a history of mental illness? Because that played a huge part in my marriage, my last marriage that I was in. Well, I was only in one marriage, but because once I really understood that my ex family had mental health issues run in their family really tough, once I understood that, it was too late. It was too late. The mama was trying to push the brother off on us, and the brother was schizophrenic, on medication for schizophrenia, and she was trying to push him off on us and make me and my ex take care of him in the house with us up over our kids. I said, hell to the no. You keep your own damn son. I'm not his mama. And so you really have to be careful with that, okay? You got to ask some right questions. Because the mama and other family members, will start pushing family members off on you who have mental health issues if you marry into the family. Another good question to start asking is, and then also that can be hereditary, because if it's hereditary in his side of family or even yours, that can come out in your kids. Your kids can have mental health issues. Yeah. Another question is there a history of drug abuse and alcohol abuse in the family, in their family? Because that can be hereditary too. Oh, that can be hereditary too. Yes, it can. It can be hereditary too. Another one is there a history of poverty within the family? What do I mean by that? Is there family members, or is there a matriarch or a patriarch in the family? And this is especially women. If you're dating a man who his mother is still alive, let me just say that, who his mother is still alive, and maybe he's the only son, or he is maybe one of two sons. Is he financially responsible for taking care of her and others in the family? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not saying that he can't do it, because if that's his responsibility, then that's his responsibility. Regardless, got to take care of mama. But what I'm going to say is this, is that if that's not put out there out front, then that's going to cause a problem between you and him. Okay? And I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. Because that happened to me. And I'm telling you now. Because the mom can call him on the phone and say, hey, son, I need $500. And he's like, okay, mama, I'm going to get you the $500. Now, he ain't talking to you. Y'all live in the same household, and he ain't said nothing to you about getting that $500 to his mama. See what I'm saying? So, that's why I say, we have to be very careful on who we picking. Like my grandma used to say, ooh, granddaughter, you sure know how to pick them. Because especially if you are a woman at our big age, like I said, I'm 49, and I have my own stuff, and I can't be sitting here with a man who gives all of his money. Now we're yoked up together, and he gives all of his money to his family because he figured, oh, Shonda got it. Is that right? Shonda got the bills in the house. Shonda got this. She got that. So I can give y'all all my money. That's a lie in the hole. I don't know who y'all talking. I don't know where he got that damn shit from. Because that's a lie. And so that's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. And especially these men from overseas, especially from over in Africa, they good for that. And they good for that because they be having extra wives over there on the continent that you don't know about. Watch that. Okay? Tell your daughters to watch that. Another thing, too, is ask if there's a history of domestic violence, because what you got to understand is that that's very important, because what these kids see when they're younger as far as domestic violence is what they will do as they get older if they don't get the proper help. See, it's better for kids to be in an environment like this where it's me and them. See, a lot of people say, oh, they need their fathers, this and that, and they do. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. I get it. But it's better for a child to be in an environment like this where it's peace and it's quiet and it's serenity than for them to be in an environment where it's hostility and fighting and all kinds of craziness and nonsense. Just because there's two parents there. Which one you want? Which one is more damaging? You see? So we have to be very careful. We have to really think this thing through. Another one, especially, this is good for us in our big age. And I'm going to let this thing go. Ladies, especially in our age, especially, I'm gonna catch it on down to 35 and up. Down, 35 and up. That 30 and up. Ask these men about their physical fitness. What physical illnesses run in their family? Because that's going to tell you how they're going to age. So that way you can prepare. If prostate cancer runs in this man's family, get ready. If sickle cell, if diabetes, high blood pressure, get ready. That's not to say that it will, because if he takes care of himself, he'll be okay. But get ready. Be ye ready. That's not to say you can't date him, but have that in the back of your mind, like, look, okay, this is what I'm in for. Now, if you got somebody, now think about it, if you got somebody who has issues with drug abuse, and they have they have people that they have a history of physical illnesses, that ain't a good mix. Because if somebody has a issue with drug abuse and heart failure runs in their family, this person can go back to smoking crack and then have issues with their heart or have a stroke from smoking crack. And this is just an example. But you know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, now you're taking care of somebody because they done had a stroke. You're taking care of a stroke person. or a person who has mental health issues. Now, if a person has a problem with smoking weed, marijuana, and they have mental health issues that run in their family, this person's on their road to some type of bipolar or schizophrenia, smoking that marijuana, and they have mental health issues, because we know that drugs, alcohol, it is, for some reason, those two don't, and mental health, those drugs and alcohol and mental health don't mix. It does not mix well. So those are things that you really have to, y'all got to really ask those good questions now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this loose, because these kids out here going crazy. I'm going to eat my fruit for the night, get out of this room. I got to do a little bit more to this room. The only thing I bought for this room is the bed. I bought the bed brand new. This is not a big room, but it's big enough. I got a bed. I got a television that's still in the box. I need to get it mounted on the wall. I put the ceiling fan up myself. Closet is over there. And there's some decorations up, I guess. And then over there next door, there's a full bathroom. But that bathroom doesn't, it's a, you know, the what is it, the vanity with the sink in it, the toilet, and the shower. It doesn't have a tub, it's just a shower over there. But I'm going to have to do a little bit more here, because nobody really comes here and sleeps. I don't sleep here when I'm like super duper tired. I'll come downstairs to sleep here when I'm super duper tired. I just don't want to go upstairs. But, and I'm getting away, I'm going to eat some fruit, and I'm going to bed, y'all. So I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Share this. I'm going to put this on the, on tonight's message. I'm going to put it up there. Okay? But share it. Come on back. Y'all go ahead and hit the comments up. But y'all know how I am. Most of y'all know how I am. I do read all the comments. I read the comments. I may not read them right away, but I do read them. So hit up the comments. I'm trying to go live one day. And we'll chop it up that way too. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Gratitude, Ashe. Namaste.